Go.
Okay, we're talking about connecting the rolling bow and arrow, a back take, as well to the sitting guard sweeps, okay? So we're just in this little phase right now in advanced class. So if I have Levi in sitting guard, right, maybe, hold on, let's talk about this. Like if we're in full guard, right, no, full guard, and he gets a knee up, right? Let's say he gets a knee up. That means if I'm gonna do a sitting guard sweep where I'm putting him on his face, I gotta block that post, right? So I'm gonna hold on to this one, and then I'm gonna use this one to hip escape and get my right foot on the hip, right? So I get here immediately, because if Levi tries to press forward, it at least blocks that hip some, okay? And I don't like staying vulnerable in this position because he can grab my ankle and then he'll put his knees on the floor for a belly down ankle lock, and that's gonna suck. So I really wanna hold his sleeve in the gi, okay? So again, he's here. I get my left foot that's back here. I hip escape, put my foot on the hip. I sit up and I pass the sleeve as quickly as possible, 2 hook grips. All right, so I'm passing the sleeve and I'm grabbing the collar. Now I'm gonna kick this door open to make him tip over, right? I go here, boom, and I back step this leg, right? I don't want to stay on top of this leg. I back step this leg, and I come up into the pass. Same thing when our opponent's in full guard. Again, let's get a little angle change, and he stands up. Okay, so he's standing up. I'm gonna choose a leg. I grab high on the leg, not like this, because Levi will step out, right? So I grab high on the leg when I first grab it, and I'm gonna drop, kick the hip, go to De La Riva for an instant. I'm holding the heel, and then I switch to the sitting guard. Grab the collar. I don't like to sweep like this. I keep everything close with my head tight to his head, my elbow nice and tight, and he tips over. So that I don't give him butterfly guard or anything like that. I back step that leg, and I get side control. That's the typical sweep, okay? But there's reactions that we can do off of the sitting guard, okay? Now, I need you to understand this. Let's go to turtle. If my hand is over my opponent's arm, grabbing the collar, this means I have a collar choke, of course, but it also means that I have a rolling bow and arrow, right? And the other major thing it has, we didn't cover today, but it's part of the game where we will, is a clock choke. Several different ways. I can run, I can sprawl on his head, I'm pulling that lawnmower, and I'm doing my clock choke. That's if my arm is over my opponent's arm, okay? If my arm is under my opponent's arm grabbing that collar, that means when I come around the corner, I've got a cross collar choke already. So I would start taking the back, boom, right? Okay, so how do we get there from sitting guard? We're in sitting guard, and I pass this sleeve, right? It's all about my elbow placement. If my elbow's down, Levi's gonna post his hand over my arm. Boom. Look, so that's me, my arm's under. So he's gonna base, he's not going over this time. He's not just committing to guard. And he's resisting. And he's on his knees, and he's trying to knock him over. Here's my space. My knee can come in here, normal back take on the far side, and I hunt his collar. Whoop, right inside, and then here I am on the choke. One more time. I'm here like this, I pass. My elbow's down, his arm goes over. Scramble up, start pushing. I'm not just gonna go for it right away. I give him a little bit of, I try and get the sweep. He's resisting, cut the knee, grab the collar, got the choke. Now, I want that rolling bow and arrow. Okay, there's another video with friend Gio Miller from Paragon on my YouTube. You can go check out the basic rolling bow and arrow, but this is how I'm gonna attack it here. So now I got the sleeve pass, right? Now I want to entice his arm to go underneath my arm so that my arm's over his. Watch. So I lift my elbows, I pull him. See what I'm saying? So now my arm's over his. I scramble up, I do the same thing. Then I go for it. One last time. I'm here. Elbow up if I want it. Elbow down means his arm goes over. Elbow up. He resists. I'm pushing into him. Swing, grab the hammy, stretch them out. You get massive cool points, right? Anyways, but it's a good setup for that. It's not just a cool fancy technique. Another place in the game that happens is like when I'm here and I'm doing a leg weave pass or anything like that, right? And I'm coming around the corner and Levi's resisting and eventually his arm comes over. That means far side back take. If I'm here and Levi's legs like this and his arm's over the top, see his arm's over the top like this. He gets on his knees, I let go, whoop, Just another place in the game, but we're doing it off sitting guard right now. Water and roll. Ready, set.